Alright, hello and welcome back to... Actually, it's something you've never seen before. It's Shovel Knight. That's right, I'm gonna do an actual Let's Play. I am, as I've claimed before, actually a Let's Player. So let's play Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope. Start a new character. Ooh, look at all these interesting guys. Unfortunately, I feel like I only deserve to play Shovel Knight. Interesting, there's no lowercase. So, body swap mode before you're gonna swap the bodies, no. That does sound interesting. Alright, 3, 2, never mind. Let's go. So I am not terribly familiar with Shovel Knight, having never played it before. I've heard of it, mostly that it's good, and that it stars a knight with a shovel. But I feel like half of that you could gather from the title alone. And from these graphics, I feel like you could gather the other half. I mean, seriously, if this was like a Super Nintendo game back in the day, you could tell just from the love and care put into it that it's probably worth playing. So, let's give it a go, see if it really is. Oh man, Shovel Knight and Shield Knight. Still a better love story than Up. You know, I always found it mildly ridiculous that he attacks with a shovel, but I guess if you think about it, like if you hit somebody with a shovel, you are going to do some pretty serious damage. I mean, the only difference between a shovel and a spear is like how much you've sharpened your shovel. So if you sharpen your shovel a bit, then you are going to be doing some serious damage. Oh man, I love the CRT filter. So I'm just using a Reshade with some shaders from Retroarch that somebody ported over. This one is using CRT Lotte, the one I like to use for NES games. Alright, let's see. So what are the controls? We got shoveling, we got jumping, we got more shoveling, we got even more shoveling. Okay, that's pause. And that's... Ooh, okay. Stats and gears. Alright, not much to it. Shovel. Oh yeah, because he's Shovel Knight, so he shovels. Alright. I may have played through a teensy bit. Let's see, is there any sort of run? Any sort of dash? Nope. Just going along. So I played a teensy bit, and I learned that you can shovel down. But unfortunately, they seem to have taken that skill away from me, which is unfortunate, because these guys are just hanging around on the ground. And it feels like it would be all too easy to kill them. Well, okay, I was gonna go down the hole, but that seems... Oh, okay. Never mind, you have to hold down. Or not? Oh. Okay, that's easier than... I thought this was like Mega Man Zero or something where you still have to slash down, but no, you can just hold down. I'm not entirely sure how important currency is, but the collector in me just has to collect everything I see. Oh, so these are checkpoints. And I've heard rumors that you can destroy the checkpoints for extra money. But then if you... there's gotta be a faster way. Can you destroy the checkpoints for... maybe if you're better, but okay. It's like, dude, man, you're starting out. Just slow down. You don't have to take things super risky. Well, that's not what I like my games to tell me. I like my games to tell me, dude, you are not taking it risky enough. Like, you ever play Mega Man Zero, like, first of all, that's a hard game, but then you beat the game, and then it gives you, like, your score at the end, and it's like, your score is usually pretty terrible. And it's like, the game is pretty much just telling you, it's like, hey man, you should have risked it a whole lot more. Oh, okay. How much hit points do I have? Also, can I just pogo off him? Okay. So I guess sometimes with bosses, you just gotta know the right way to take them on. Okay. Oh, I see. He puts a sword on top of him, so it's like... Oh, I wonder if they regenerate. But he puts a sword on top of him, so I'm assuming you can't just pogo him. I wonder if that's like the big new mechanic this time around, that you can like just jump around and pogo. And it's like, that's your incentive for learning all the controls. No, I mean, because you can pogo everybody, then that's just kind of like this new, fundamentally new different way of approaching things. Because I mean, if you're gonna make a retro platformer, like obviously you have to use Mario as an inspiration. It's just too big in the industry to not do that. But like, oh, never mind. He's completely vulnerable. I mean, so am I, but that's inexperience, not handling. But anyway, if you're making a retro platformer, like, I mean, yeah, obviously your DNA is gonna come from Mario. It's like, let's not lie about it. But, ooh, there's a hidden one. Thought you could hide from me, huh? Nope. Shovel Knight sees all. Shovel Knight collects all. So like I was saying, yeah, I mean, Mario's in your DNA, but you gotta, like, play it cool and try to innovate and get something else going. Oh, I see. So if you're, like, especially clever and or adept, can Shovel Knight attack up? No. Oh, I see what's happening here. Thought you could trick me, eh, developers? Nope. Was that a dinner bell? That seems... okay. Sure. Yeah, people always like to make the joke when playing Castlevania and collecting the wall chicken. It's like, oh man, would you really eat chicken that just came out of a wall? And it's like, dude, you're exploring a magical castle. Like, your character does not eat over a period of like 7 days. It's like, wall chicken is probably not your main concern. You know, that other way did look like it was the main way, but I don't know. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty smart. So the developers are like, hey man, we know you're just gonna jump pogo all of our enemies, so we're gonna put them in narrow spots so you can't just jump pogo them. And well, they were right. If you put them in a narrow spot, you can't just jump pogo them. Alright, let's explore a little. Okay, looks like we're exploring the underworld. Okay. Well, it looks like we keep most of our gold, so... oh, okay, that's not so bad. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. It looks like you keep more or less all your gold, as much gold as I care to keep track of, and you just head back to a checkpoint. Also, I'm assuming there are no hidden pits. I mean, I'm sure there are, but... oh, this is tricky. Well... but I bet you get a ton of gold if you kill him. I mean, he might be a dragon, but I'm greedier than any dragon. I just need to make sure that I don't fall down the pit when I kill him. Okay, good. That was pretty tricky. They know what they're doing, man. They're like, okay, you faced a dragon once. All right, now we're gonna put him on a pit, and it's like, oh crap, that changes a lot actually. Man, that platforming though. I mean, it seems easy. Like, it seems easy. Like, just thinking about it, it looks easy. But like, going through and actually doing it, it's harder than it feels. Like, you go through it and you just let muscle memory. Oh, that is a lot of slimes. But you know what they say, where there are slimes, there's treasure. So does Shovel Knight actually take an appreciable amount of damage ever? Because it kind of feels like I've been just kind of slumming it around, and Shovel Knight is just keeping healthy at all times. I'm impressed. The Shovel Knight, he really works out. Alright, so that is very obviously a secret passage, so fine, let's see what's so secret about here. Okay, this looks mildly dangerous. Oh, secret hidden chest. Oh, it's kind of neat. Like, a lot of games, they would just animate, like, you kind of opening the chest. I mean, see every RPG ever. But this one actually kind of animates Shovel Knight kind of digging into the chest like some sort of crazed child in Halloween. And it's pretty great. Because it's like, yeah, you see a chest. Well, actually, it kind of reminds me of Legend of Zelda, where Link goes inside. But Link's always kind of like a curious child. Ooh. Alright, so we're fighting as Black Knight, I guess. Shovel, there's nothing here for you anymore. Whoa. What the heck? What is Black Knight up to? Is he trying to, like, destroy the world or something? I wasn't paying attention to the intro screen, but I don't think that's actually the plot of the game, but, well, you never know. I thought he was trying to rescue Shield Knight, but maybe the whole world is at stake. Anyway, we are at a boss, and my suspicions tell me, pogo him. Pogo his butt. And, whoa. I also like how you can get right behind him and he just kind of does not care. He's just like, whatever, man, whatever goes. Night code. Whatever goes. GG's. That's not fair. You can't pogo people. I'm kidding, of course. That's literally what I do all the time. But it's always disconcerting when enemies, like, learn your own moves and use them against you. But, guess who can pogo harder? Yeah. I am admittedly, like, neutral on the whole, like, seizure-induced victory win screen. That was a little sudden, a little disorienting. That was actually a surprisingly hard boss. I mean, yeah, I get he's kind of like a wake-up. It's like, hey man, are you actually playing this game, or are you just pretending to play this game? But, like, I guess at certain points, I could have actually died. And if I had gone, like, any dumber, if I had not used Pogo for all it's worth, that could have turned out a little bad. So, let's see. Oh, rescued Shield Knight already. Okay, game over. Now, I gotta be honest. Well, okay, so I've watched a little bit of this. Oh, catch her. Don't Pogo her, catch her. Yeah, game over, I win. But anyway, I watched a little bit of this at AGDQ, and I'm still actually unsure as to the structure of this game. It looks like there's an overworld like Super Mario Bros. 3, but like, does that mean you can go to any level you want? And oh, you have to wake him up manually. Of course, first thing Shovel Knight does is go into a Pogo. It's just in his DNA. Okay, so I guess it is like Super Mario Bros. 3, where like, yes, you in theory have free reign, but like, where you're really gonna go is kind of set. Oh, co-op. What? Oh, I see. You like have to visit the village, and then if you press the third button, which I don't think any controllers ever have been numbered. That's kind of disappointing. Would you like to activate co-op? Well, I found the co-op button. I thought I could. Would you? No, I would not. Okay. No weapons. We have enough to worry about. It's not a weapon. It's a shovel. Oh, haha, that's the joke he just made. That's pretty great. I like your sense of humor. Press up to talk to everyone. Alright, so I'll spare you guys watching me talking to everybody, but I will, in fact, talk to everybody. Dear lady, we'll just pretend like this is normal, right? Dear lady. Oh, I wonder if I can... Oh, that's pretty great. Oh, what do you have to say? This game better not be full of shovel puns. I'll provide enough of them on my own. I guess this is one of the rare instances in the game when pogoing something does not work. You don't make fun of me because I don't know how to eat stuff. Oh, of course. You can't pogo it, but you can shovel it. Wait, what? She said her name is not a witch, but she's a swamp? Is that better or worse than a witch? I think that's worse. Like, witch is a word. Swamp is not a word I would use to describe people. Oh my gosh, this is harder than those Game & Watch games. And I'm just as bad. Just kidding. I aced those Game & Watch games. I get all those stars. Oh, this is absurd. The trick is to ignore everything and go for the shiny ones. Good job, I guess. Good job, I guess. Yay. I think I made my money back, so I guess I'm fine. Talking frogs. That's pretty great. It reminds me of Chrono Trigger and or Breath of Fire 2. So this kid thinks he's the fastest. No one can outrun him. Really, he's the slowest. Ooh, horse lady. Okay. So I was wondering, how do I get this magic note? The answer is to jump on somebody. That's not the socially responsible thing to do, but that was the answer in this particular case. Alright, so let's see, our choices are Spectre Knight and King Knight, which is an interesting name. I've always thought that was slightly ridiculous, because it's like, if he's a king, why does he bother being a knight? Also, he must be the leader. Ah, okay. So you gotta kill him and then... Oh, I see. So it's kind of like Super Mario Bros. 3, in that, like, you have multiple choices, But in reality, you don't actually have any choices. But at least if we beat Spectre Knight, then we can get the shiny red gem. But I guess I'll leave that for next time. So, on that note, this Cats. When does the game save? Hypothetically speaking, if one were to save this game, well, we'll just assume that the game saves. Well, anyway, I'm gonna scat. Also, I'm gonna figure out how to save.